Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Nuggets hosting the Jazz, and the Nuggets are 16.5-point favorites. The over-under is at 237.5. The Jazz are plus 900 on the money line, and the Nuggets are minus 1,600. Now, these are the overnight odds. They're definitely going to change the closer we get to tip-off tomorrow. This is one of those games that there is absolutely no value in betting the Nuggets on the money line. If you like the Jazz, so be it. But the Jazz, I imagine, in their last 9 games are not going to try to win a single game because, the ping pong balls favor those who are in the bottom 3. They've played each other 3 times this season. The Nuggets won all 3 games, 129-103 in Denver, 122-103, and then 132-121 in Utah those last 2 games. They won and covered all 3 games that they played against the Jazz. However, they beat them by 26, by 19, and then by 11. And that last game, they did cover, but, it wasn't 16.5 points. Lineups for tomorrow's game, and please be mindful, yet again, this is another one of those games that's kind of meaningless for the Nuggets as far as who they're playing, because they could get up to a big lead in the third quarter and then just basically bench anyone who's starting if they get up big enough. It's supposed to be Murray, Braun, Porter, Gordon, and Joker, and pretty much everyone who I just said has an injury designation next to their name. And then for the Jazz, they are playing tonight at home, so we're going to roll with who they started, and this makes sense as to why they're 16.5-point underdogs. Williams, Flipkowski, Kessler, Sexton, and Collier. That's who they started tonight. They're only down by 4 against the Rockets, but the fourth quarter just started, and I imagine if they're actually giving them a game of it, they're not going to come out firing on all cylinders tomorrow, and they're probably going to get run off the court. Head-to-head, the Nuggets are 8-2 against the Jazz in their last 10. The Nuggets have beaten the Jazz the last 5 times they played them. The road team's on a 2-game winning streak. The home team is 7-3. The favorite is won and covered the last 5 games they played against each other. The favorite is 6-4 against the spread. The favorite is 8-2 on the money line. The under is 6-4, and the under at 237.5 is 8-2. The only game they played this season that went over was the last one that they played against each other. Not including the game that they are losing right now, the Jazz are 1-9 in their last 10. If they win, they'll be 1-3 in their last 4. If they lose, they'll be on a 4-game losing streak. We're going to kind of glaze over it. For those who are concerned, they've scored 99, 91, 103. That was their last handful of games. And right now, they have 85 points in the beginning of the fourth quarter. So they actually might exceed 100 points for only like the second time in their last 5 games. For the Nuggets, they're 5-5 in their last 10. They are 3-7 against the spread. The over is 8-2. There's a total of 237, 227, 248, and then 244. 19-point loss to the Blazers, didn't cover. 5-point win over the Rockets, they did cover. 10-point loss to the Bulls, and then a 10-point win over the Bucks. They didn't cover any of those games. The over's hitting their last 5. If the Jazz weren't playing a back-to-back and had to travel, I would say that I would think that this game is going to go over, but because of those 2 points, I think that the Nuggets are probably going to run them off the court. I'm going to take the Nuggets on the money line. I understand there's no value there. I would take the Nuggets laying the points, and I would go under and think that this is probably going to be one of those games that the Jazz score fewer than 100 points. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.